This is It Was a Thing on TV.
Total Red Man has ever done something like this to me!
It's, time!
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the dregs of humanity!
Minisode 7, Submission 1887. The Exploding Oregon Whale. The Exploding Oregon Whale was a news report that aired on KATU Channel 2 News in Oregon on November 9th, 1970. Well, guys, there's always this weird oddball story in the news. But like we saw with the Crichton Leprechaun, well, let's go even way further back from the Crichton Leprechaun. Let's go back to the Oregon coast. On November 9th, 1970, this whale appears on the beach. And you have a beached whale that's dead on the beach. And there's no way that the people can get this whale off the beach. So what do you do? What do you do to get this whale off the beach?
I don't know. You grab a bunch of shovels and let whatever come what may?
You could do what Peter Griffin did. You could take a forklift and try and push it back in the ocean.
Okay, so shovels, forklift. I actually have a friend who lived in Key West who was trying to get a shark back into the water. So whatever she did.
Well, would you believe that 3 days later, the town decided, you know what? We're going to blow this whale up with dynamite. And that'll solve the problem.
How's that going to solve a problem?
You get rid of the whale. I get that part of the problem being solved, but the whale's got to go somewhere.
Yeah, but where would it go? Well, the news just happened to be there for this story on KATU in Portland, Oregon. And the story was being reported by news reporter Paul Lindman. And, well, you have all this crowd that's gathered to see this whale getting blown up on the beach. And, well, guys, we're going to play the clip and give commentary over it right here.
It had to be said, the Oregon State Highway Division not only had a whale
Look at that whale
on its hands, it had a stinking whale of a problem. What to do with one 45-foot, 8-ton whale dead on arrival on the beach near Florence. It had been so long since a whale had washed.
Look at how big that whale is.
That is a really big... They have, like, people next to it as a point of reference.
Buried because it might soon be uncovered. It couldn't be cut up and then buried because nobody wanted to cut it up, and it couldn't be burned. So dynamite it was, some 20...
Okay, so that explains.
They can't cut it, they can't burn it, so let's just blow it up.
Yeah.
And that any small pieces still around...
Oh, Peter would have an issue with this nowadays.
Nobody wanted to blow it up. Nobody wanted to burn it, so they blew it up.
Yeah, so what else were they going to do? You can't bury it.
Who
cares what PETA says?
Well, I'm confident that it'll work. The only thing is we're not sure just exactly how much explosives it'll take to disintegrate this thing so the scavengers, seagulls, and crabs and whatnot can clean it up.
Is there any chance it might be more than a one-day job?
If there's any large chunks left, and we may have to do some other cleanup, possibly set another charge.
Oh.
The dynamite was buried primarily on the leeward side of the big mammal, so as most of the remains would be blown toward the sea. About 75 bystanders, most of them residents who had first found...
Look at all these people. They don't know what they're in for.
Well, they're putting the dynamite in the right place. They're trying to blow them back into the ocean.
We're covered with spectators and land...
Yeah. Do these people know how dynamite...
Hold on, we're missing...
With a blasted blubber beyond all believable bounds.
Nice.
Here we go. Countdown. 5.
Does anybody here know how dynamite works?
2, 1.
That's how dynamite works.
Oh.
Suffice it to say, it's raining blubber.
Yes.
It's raining blubber. It's raining blubber.
They don't write about this stuff in the Bible, guys.
Oh, look what's happened.
Huge chunks of whale blubber fell everywhere. Pieces of meat passed high over our heads while others were falling at our feet.
Oh, no!
The goons were rapidly evacuated as spectators escaped both the falling debris and the overwhelming
look at that!
smell. A parked car over a quarter of a mile from the blast site was the target of one large chunk.
Oh my!
Ouch!
Fortunately, no human was hit as badly as the car. However, everyone on the scene was covered with small particles of dead whale. As for the success of the effort, well, the seagulls who were supposed to clean things up were nowhere in sight, either scared away by the explosion or kept away by the smell. That didn't really matter. The remaining chunks were of such a size that no respectable seagull would attempt to tackle anyway. As darkness began to set in, the highway crews were back on the beach burying the remains, including a large piece of the carcass which never left the blast site. It might be concluded that should a whale ever wash ashore in Lane County again, those in charge will not only remember what to do, they'll certainly remember what not to do.
Oh my God.
Okay, so that happened. You have a bunch of dynamite, blow up a whale, and there's pieces of dead whale everywhere. Yikes. Well, I'm looking at where News Nation actually did a story last year about the 50th anniversary of the exploding Oregon whale.
Yeah, and believe it or not, they actually interviewed Paul Lindman. He's still alive 50 years later.
Oh, God bless him. He's still with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they actually interviewed him and got his account about it.
Yeah, he says, it wasn't an easy way of disposing of it, and as most of the world knows now, the choice was dynamite. He still got it! So, there were other ways to dispose of a whale carcass, but the whale was too large to use any of those options. So, Linneman goes on and says, they decided to consult with the Navy and decided to blow it up into tiny little pieces that could easily be disposed of and taken care of by seagulls. You heard about that in the original piece. The seagulls were nowhere to be found, though. I mean, the Navy used half a ton of dynamite. It was not enough. Luckily, nobody was injured or killed. But as you recall, a car did get flattened.
Yeah. Car went flat. Thank God no one was in the car, because...
Yeah. That would have been a little bit more tragic.
Yeah, that would have been a catastrophe.
I mean, we're lucky that no one got seriously injured in this. Because, dear Lord, all that blubber. I love the part where Paul says, and I think what Chico talked about, but I'll play it here.
The sand dunes there were covered with spectators and land lubber newsmen, shortly to become land blubber newsmen.
See, what a great pun. Land lover newsmen about
you can't write puns like that anymore.
No, land blubber newsmen. Where the blasted blubber beyond all believable. That's the part that makes this clip so great. The blasted blubber. And he said that with a straight face without laughing.
Yep.
What a professional Paul Lindman is.
I bet there's more stories where that came from.
Well, what else do we have to say about the exploding Oregon whale?
Well, what can I say except long before it became a viral sensation, it was a thing on TV.
Yep.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So that's going to do it for this mini-sode, and we'll be back with a new episode on Monday. See you then. Wow! Kaboom!
I was going to say kaboom! That's got to be the ending. Kaboom!
Kaboom!
And then splat.
Splat.
Kaboom! Splat. Crash.
Or hold on a second.
Oh my car. Greg, what are you gonna do?
Or you know what? It's sad that it's not a video podcast because, hold on a second. This would be the image to close the episode. You ready? Mike, you ready?
I'm watching. Oh, yeah.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
I wonder if Veldar and Primat met Wilziak on the moon.
Oh, no. Wilziak. I was wondering where you're going with that. Oh, my.
Look at him. Poor Wilziak. Look at him. He's all dead on the moon.
Poor
His tongue.
Wilziak.
He's dead on the moon, man.
The best ending of all time. He died on the moon.